Hey guys, it's Aaron. We are on the third week of creating this architectural model. 3 weeks in and I'm still wearing the same shirt I was when we started. The first week we went and created, pulled in a reference image, scaled it up, got that all set, ready to draw. We reviewed it. Second week we went in and we drew in our exterior walls. Third week we're going to go draw our interior walls. So let's just hop right in and we'll get that started. So I'm going to just come in here and zoom on in. What we're looking for now is these interior walls. I'm not going to worry about piecing out each interior wall, making it a separate piece, anything like that. We talked about that with the exterior walls. You guys know it's an option. You could do that if you wanted to. In this case, I'm just going to put these all in as one connected piece and group it and put it on its own layer. So I'll go ahead and start with this big wall right down the middle. See right here? It looks like it lines up with this corner. If I go ahead and snap X-ray on and off, I can actually look at where that other wall lines up in reference to the image. Yeah.
Our X-ray mode in SketchUp is over here on the right. You go to Styles. There we go. And under the Styles, you go to Default Styles. And X-ray mode is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 icon here. It takes a little bit for it to turn on, and then you can see we got X-ray mode. It's kind of cool, kind of neat. And then you just go back to the first one, Default Styles.
I feel pretty confident saying that I should have a wall coming right up this corner flush with this exterior wall. So what I'm going to do is this is grouped. Remember, all my exterior walls are grouped, so I can't mess with that geometry. I'm going to go ahead and grab a rectangle, and I'm going to start at this bottom corner right here. And I'm going to drag up. I could come in here now and type the dimensions. I want this to be 9 foot by 5.5 inches, or I can hover over this back corner right here, pull it forward to the front, and look at my dimension there. 9 foot by 5.5. Perfect.
And he's getting his dimension down here in the bottom, 9 foot, 5.5 inches.
Perfect.
Bottom right.
Click right there. That gives me my first rectangle. And I go ahead and drag that all the way out to this opposite corner. All right, I got a couple more things like that going on. Let's look at doing some pieces over here. Right here, I have a room that is 14 foot 5. So I'm going to click right here on the bottom. I'm going to start drawing this direction and then type in.
He's using the line tool right now. So if you click on the line tool, click on the corner, and then he types in the 14 foot 5 inches and enter. He can use that endpoint now for the next wall.
14 foot 5. That's going to give me a snap point right there. I'll go ahead and pull that up. So I'm going to snap on the blue axes. Then I'll select that line, scoot it over. What's the wall width? This looks like an interior wall. I'm going to say this is 3.5, so I'm going to type 3.5.
Remember, you hit Control to make a copy. So he had the line tool. You could also just use the rectangle tool. You went up on the blue, and then you click on your selection tool, click on the line that you made, the move tool, and you move it over. And as you're moving it over, you hit Control, and it makes a copy. And then you type in your distance, 5.5 inches, and enter.
And then I can use, again, push-pull to just drag that to the other side. All right, as I keep working my way along here I have a 3.5 interior wall that lines up with my exterior. So I'll do the same thing I did before with my rectangle. I'll click here, I'll drag it up like this. In this case, I don't have that snap point to pull across because it's the wrong size, but I can type in 3.5, 9 feet, and that'll give me that rectangle. I can push-pull, boom, right across there. Now, you notice a little difference between this piece and this piece right here. This one, because it started on this long geometry and I pulled it out, it all kind of welded together. In the second one, because I started the group and pulled it in, I have this line separating the two faces, top and bottom. All I have to do in that case is hit erase, click right there to erase it. Simple, easy stuff. This is pretty much the process that I go through. There's a couple things that I may try to do to save time, that sort of thing. I may, if I, here, let me do something. I'm going to undo that because I want to take that wall. I'm going to select it all.
Now, the way he's going to show you, I think, is more confusing than what you're doing. There are other ways.
And I'm going to go to move. So I have 2 foot 1 inch from the inside of this wall to the inside of this wall. So what I could do is I could grab the selected wall, select it, Option to make a copy.
I would just draw a new wall, maybe draw a line over this the same way we did with this room over here. So when you're doing this wall, grab the line tool, draw a line over 2 feet 1 inches, and then use that as a point for your rectangle tool to draw your rectangle tool up on the wall, and then push and pull it down.
That's Control on Windows, and I can start to pull it across here. So I'm going on the red axis right now. Now if I move this over 2 foot 1 inch, it gets me close, but not quite, because that is relative. So that's from this point to this point is 2 foot 1. It should actually be 3.5 inches further over. So again, I haven't changed anything. So what I could actually type right now is I could just hop in and put a new dimension in, because I actually want that to be 2 foot, and then 1 plus the 3.5 inches is 4.5.
See, he forgot
that puts
the thickness of the wall when he moved it the first time. I think that's more confusing because now it's too long also.
Where I want that to be. Perfect. Obviously, that's a little long. That's going to be an issue. But I could come in and actually make that change too. I could actually come here. Let's see, we'll go escape out. And I could pull this back to what it's supposed to be. Now, this is actually kind of a interesting way of doing things. What I could do right here is I could actually delete this, get rid of all these, because I know that this is supposed to be 6'3" from the face, and just pull that out 6'3".
Again, I would recommend just drawing it on the wall. Let me show. All right, what you probably want to do is grab the line tool, go from this corner, go over 2 feet 1 inch, grab your rectangle tool, go from the end of that line and go up. Now, I can look over at my dimensions here on the bottom right and can see that it wants the 9 foot first. So I'm going to type in 9 feet and then the inches. The inches is the thickness of the wall, 3.5 inches, and enter. And that gives me the wall. I must have started somewhere. Let's see here, do this again. Rectangle tool. Endpoint. 9 foot, comma, 3.5. Oh, I didn't do the comma. That's why it didn't work the last time. Push pull. Grab it and come down 6 feet 3 inches and enter, and that's a much easier way.
That's an option too. That gets me in the right spot. Here I have a wall that's supposed to be right here. So what I could do, a lot of options here. I could draw a line straight across here, draw a line from there straight down, basically create that rectangle. Oops, went a little short right there. And I could pull that out now. Here, let me actually back up one step and get rid of this surface and that surface. And I could pull that out 3.5 inches. And now I can pull that wall wherever I need that to go. This is the nice thing about modeling walls in SketchUp. I've done this in lots of different software packages. And the thing I always like about modeling in SketchUp, I know I'm biased, but is the fact that you can just kind of model whatever piece you want. You can throw a line on the ground and delete it later, pull a surface out, push it back later. It's real simple, real fluid. One of the things I do want to be careful of course, is my faces. So here I have some interior and exterior, or some front and back faces. because this is all connected in a big mass, one of the things I can do is right-click on a white surface, and say Orient Faces. That should flip those other surfaces back to the same direction. So at this point, it's really just a matter of working through using these dimensions to draw on the lines. Again, I'm not going to come in here and try to just arbitrarily snap to a point. I do want some precision. So it's a matter of using these dimensions, drawing lines, pulling surfaces. And a couple more minutes and these interior walls should be done.
If you're not sure how he's doing it, you can do them any way that works for you. The key here is to get all the interior walls. Now he actually doesn't do the ones over here by the stairs. Okay, so those you can just kind of do on your own dimensions. There's no dimensions for those. I think I used, yeah, I did 3 feet 8.5 inches long, kind of a random dimension. And then from here to this way, I did 4 feet 8 inches. And from there to here, I did 2 feet. Okay, so that's what I used. As long as yours is close, because there's no dimensions, that's fine.
And there we go. Last step, of course, let me take all that, make it a group.
Okay, so then what we need to do is grab our selection tool, double click on the walls, triple click, get all the interior walls selected. Once you have them all, make sure you have them all first. Go to your entry info, the top icon here, and we want to change the tag that what we're currently selected from whatever it's on to first floor interior walls. Okay, if you don't have that tag, you need to go to your tags and you need to hit the little plus and you need to make a tag that says first floor dash interior walls. And then you can, I'm going to close my styles here. And then once you make the tag, you can select your stuff and put those objects on that current tag.
And then apply it to my interior walls layer. So again, one way to go about that process. Hopefully that's something that can help you in your process of inputting interior walls. Like I said, it's not the only way to do it. It's a method of creating those interior walls. And hopefully there's a skill or two in there that maybe you haven't seen of before or haven't thought of. If you have a different way of doing it, let us know down in the comments below.
All right, make sure you save this. Go to a little folder and save as. And I saved it since this is the third video. I have a SketchUp. I have an architect folder. You do an add folder and you can organize these a little bit. And this should be 03 drawing interior walls. And I like to put the 03 because it puts them in order that you did them. Once you save it, make sure you rotate it so you can really see the interior walls like this. So have it the same way I have mine rotated. I clicked off of it so it's not blue, although you could keep it blue. But I really want to see the interior walls. And then go up to the folder, export PNG, and export as a PNG. Hit continue if you need to. Make sure you know where you're saving it to. I'm going to save mine to I made a SketchUp architect folder. I can just put all of that stuff in my SketchUp architect folder. And then we can go to Canvas and upload it on Canvas, SketchUp Scale Builder, drawing exterior walls. And you can submit your assignment and upload. All right, I hope you got something out of the video. If you have questions, you can Canvas inbox me, send me a message through the inbox